minus $11,425. That's the trading result from our commodity and futures trading according to COT data in week number 13. Welcome to Insider Week. In this video, I'm going to show to you our trades of this week and the corresponding results. Let's begin with our first COT strategy. It's the basis of all our strategies. Its fundament is the COT report. The so-called commercials have the obligation to release all their positions. And from these positions, we plan our trades. And in the first COT strategy, in this week, we started with an empty portfolio. At the end of this week, we have one open position, namely 12 long contracts in live cattle. Here, we are currently in the loss with about $7,500. The trade in this week was live cattle. As you can see, we received a buy signal in the weekly trend direction to the upside. However, as you can see on the bottom of the chart, the seasonal trend was not confirming the buy signal. Above the seasonal trend, you can see the sentiment index, and that was indeed confirming our signal. On the daily chart, you can see that we were triggered and we used our entry pattern for that. According to the COT signal, also the daily trend is up. Nevertheless, in the past days, you could see that the price moved in impulse wave correction. And because of that, we decided to place our stop loss at a level that is far enough away for the price to not trigger it immediately. We are in the market with 12 long contracts, and by next week, we expect the price to increase into our direction. Our second trading account is based on the so-called champion strategy. It also uses COT data, but it is the strategy that we used in the past years to participate in the World Trading Championship. As the name indicates, it's truly a powerful strategy, as we are frequently among the top 5 traders in the world with the strategy for the past years. We started into the week with a position in live cattle, namely 8 long contracts. Here, we were in the loss by $400 at the beginning of the week. In total, we made a loss of $11,425 in this week. In the first trade in live cattle, we were stopped out. You can see that we traded this market before, one time successful and the other time not very successful. This time was not successful, and now we can clearly see that this market is very volatile and much more of a speculative trading opportunity. After being stopped out for the second time in a row, we can see that the market doesn't show a clear direction. This can be seen even clearer in the second meat markets that we've traded this week, namely feeder cattle. Here you can clearly see the range market that the meat sector is currently exposed to. For both these meat markets, for the next time we stay on the sideline and we wait until a clear trend unfolds that we can use to make profits. Our third futures trading strategy is based on extreme weather analysis. We currently hold one open position in lean hogs. We are currently in the loss by around $1,000. Let's have a look at the trade. On the daily chart, you can see that our long trade is in the daily trend direction. The price is currently around our stop loss level, which means that in the next week we could get stopped out. That's quite probable. However, if that happens, we want to try to re-enter the market because the setup is very good. However, the timing was not so good. At the end, as always, let's have a look at the CRB index. The CRB index is the index for the commodity prices. You can see that in the last week, the commodity price index didn't make a new high. Instead, it was a quite weak week. The bullish tendency is still active. However, on the other hand, it could well be that the commodity prices are going into a correction. In the next week, we will see how the commodity prices will behave. That's it from our side this week. Are you already trading futures or still trading stocks, for example? Please write it in the comments. And if you're already there, give this video a like and subscribe to our channel such that we know that you're interested in more content about commodity and futures trading according to COT data and weather analysis. For now, thank you for your attention, and we wish all of you a great trading week. And as always, be aware of the risk, because risk management is the key to success in trading.